In this video, I'm going to be talking about a few different individuals. I'm going to be showing you how they are working with CCP members, state-run media outlets, and even companies that are in control by the CCP. These people, as you may know, on my channel, are called shills. Let's get to it.
Hey guys, and welcome to another video from the Ja Yoe Nation. Unfortunately, this one is going to be another explainer.
Ja Yoe Matt. He's the ultimate guy that does things and then acts ignorant about it later. I like how he opens his video by saying, "It's gonna be another explainer." To me, this sounds like a repeat criminal over and over and over. It feels like if he just explains the situation every time he does something bad, it makes it okay. But it doesn't. Then he continues to commit the same crime over and over and over. I've come to the conclusion that Ja Yoe is not ignorant to the fact that he is working with and for CCP and state-run media, but that he simply doesn't care.
If you don't know, an article was written about me and my fellow YouTubers who live in China, and it was a pretty interesting article. It claims that the Chinese government is funding our videos and that we have become a propaganda arm of the Chinese government.
Ja Yoe says, "We have become a propaganda arm of the government." Have you two not? Have you and Barrett, Ja Yoe and Barrett, have you two not? Did you already forget admitting that you were paid to go on a trip? Do we really need to play these clips again and again and again and again? How many times do I have to show these clips for you to get it? How many times do other YouTubers have to expose you for you to get it? We are not stupid. Quit lying.
We went through this recent trip that was organized by an organization called CRI.
There's a point here that we all came from different parts of China. So to actually get there, we had to travel on trains, planes, buses. We stayed in hotels and we ate in restaurants. We mixed with government officials throughout the previous 4 days. Most
of all, you're not that smart. It's very easy to tell right away when you're lying. That huge smile on your face when things go wrong, we've seen it again and again and again.
So, I am not British. I know that I can do a pretty good British accent, but no, I am in fact not a British YouTuber living in China.
I like how his defense to the article is, "I'm not British." But the article, of course, is not about you mostly, Ja Yoe. But again, you want to make it about yourself. You see, he thinks he can discredit one small detail or mock it and make fun of it, and somehow it discredits the entire article. But it doesn't. That's simply just not true. The article makes many accusations, which are not just accusations, but factual, that again Ja Yoe and Barrett have admitted to being true. I don't see the issue here. If you guys are going to continue to do the same things over and over and over, why lie? Again, have you forgot about the clip of you admitting to be paid? Have you forgot about a state-run media outlet offering you a TV show and you bragging about it?
My friend Ben, who's managing my stuff, gets contacted by different news media outlets and different programs that are interested in maybe a foreign face on their project. And so he was contacted by CCTV. Now CCTV is like the national, it's like NBC or maybe CNN, I guess.
Ja Yoe, of course, tries to draw some conclusion that he's not affected by the CCP, or he's not controlled, but that he's simply a product of his environment, that his views have changed because of living in China.
The fact is that we live in China. All of us in that article have different perspectives because we have been here for quite some time. We might not have Western perspectives on certain topics. As a matter of fact, my perspective on the world is from where I am, which is in China. So if my perspective differs from yours, it's not necessarily because I'm being paid by the Chinese government. It's because the life experiences of me in China have informed my opinion that way.
Once again, Ja Yoe is playing the fool. He's playing ignorant. You see, every time Ja Yoe gets caught in a lie, he plays the fool. He thinks if he acts foolish towards the situation, it somehow negates responsibility. But it doesn't. You should be transparent with your audience. You should be transparent with people. When you're not being transparent, you're not being a good person. Again, Ja Yoe, ignorance is not an excuse, and we are not ignorant to what is going on. Many of us have lived a long time in China and been offered the same opportunities as you. The difference is most of us turned them down, but you did not, which means that you are in fact funded and supported by the CCP and state-run media. Barrett, of course, who is mentioned in this article, has been in direct contact with members of state-run media. Of course, we have evidence of them all being in contact with CRI, China Radio International, who of course funded their trips, and they have admitted to this in a video, which of course, they took these videos down. I wonder why anyone would ever take down a video unless it was just self-incriminating. If it was, not such a bad thing, why would they take it down? But one thing that we have seen is he has sent messages to state-run media outlet people on Twitter, to CCP members, and that they've retweeted him and responded to him. You can see here Barrett making comments on an American politician's post. You can see him calling Secretary Pompeo a comedian. And you can see him joking about Pompeo having to find a new job. The joke's on you, Barrett, because you're not funny either. But the joke here isn't on Pompeo, it's on Barrett. And the reason for that is because you have the Chinese government exposing you. How so? Because people like Chen Weihua is directly messaging Barrett in public. Saying things like, oh, his account should be suspended too. As you can see, he's agreeing with Barrett about Pompeo and his account needing to be suspended. Why is that? Why would this person message Barrett and agree with him? That's right. But who is Chen Weihua? I wonder who it could be. Well, that's right. It's the chief columnist for China Daily. China Daily. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? An English-language daily newspaper owned by the propaganda department of the Communist Party. Strange. Why would Barrett, a British person, living in China, constantly spewing anti-American propaganda, have direct contact with someone from state-run media from the Communist Party? Still not convinced? What about Barrett trying to undermine American freedoms and democracy by agreeing with Yu Xin by direct messages on Twitter? Again, state-run media. I'm sure all of you here will remember Liu Xin, whom of course is very famous for having a debate with Trish Reagan on Fox News. Again, what does Barrett do? He undermines American democracy and involves himself in our politics. A country which, has he even ever been to? Probably not. Again, Barrett cheers her on. Wow, not holding back there. I'm sure they would like for you to believe that this is just some one-sided cheering and that, Barrett is just cheering them on. But yet you can clearly see on the CGTN website that CGTN company, of course, that Liu Xin works for, is posting Barrett's videos on their own website. Why would CGTN, a state-run media outlet, be posting Barrett on their website? Obviously, they're working together. But it's more than just Ja Yoe, and it's more than just Barrett. Another person to look at is Cyrus Jansen. Another direct comment to Liu Xin. Back and forth. Cyrus Jansen also uses a method where he tries to protect himself by saying America and China should work together. This is another instance where he tries to take people for fools. But maybe he does it a little better than Ja Yoe, but it's the same thing. He wants you to actually believe that he cares for America and that he somehow wants to bring these countries together. Yet, when you look on his Twitter, all you see is anti-America propaganda and pro-CCP propaganda. Strange, just like Barrett. And again, what happens? Cyrus Jansen on CGTN, state-run media. I wonder how come we have this thing where we have multiple shills that are all in contact with each other, that are all in contact with state-run media outlets, and even reporters directly. I wonder why that could be. I like how Cyrus Jansen even says that it is being harder for him to be American. What does that mean? It's harder for you to be American. Does that mean that you're becoming a communist? What are you implying? As you can see, it is obvious these shills are working with the CCP, state-run media, and that Chinese companies are also paying them. Here you can see Barrett, of course, admitting that Huawei pays them. Huawei, another company that claims that they're not directly involved with CCP state-run. But of course, anytime something happens with them, what happens? Well, of course, the government jumps in and protects Huawei. It's very strange. If Huawei isn't a state-run media, if it's not state-run or controlled or anything like that, how come the government always jumps in to protect them? How come the CEO of Huawei was once part of the military in China? Very strange. Again, more connections of these people together. I think it's obvious that you people out there are not stupid, and I am not stupid, and we can see what is happening here. There is a lack of transparency, and it is very obvious that these people are taking financial gain. Prime in China, like, comment, subscribe. If you like my videos, check out my Patreon page where you can support me directly, or you can support me on PayPal. Every dollar helps. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, and have a good day.